Yo, what's good, Creative Fam? Brandon Washington here, and I am in the live stream studio right now. And I was in the process of building my next live stream show. If you guys saw the title, you saw the thumbnail, you probably saw a little bit of the teasers of what that's going to be. But I am working on this new show, and yesterday, I went live with Doc. If you guys missed that live stream, it was absolutely amazing. But last night, I went live with Doc. And one of the things that we were talking about is just like, as creators, there's so many reasons not to make that next video or not to just go live again. And so he challenged me. He said, yeah, the next time you're working on the show or the next time you're doing the thing, just go live while you're doing it. So that's what I'm doing. Today, I am just going live, press the go live button. I'm literally building this. Like, as of right now, I only have two scenes. I have this one, which I'm sure you guys can still hear me, and that's not the right font. And then I have this scene. So I'm literally going to be building this live stream show at the exact same, like, while I'm live. So hopefully you guys are down to help me out. This should be fun. I've done something similar to this before, but like not to this scale. So I'm gonna be live the whole time. A couple things I did set up early though was for this new show, I really want to have sound effects and stuff. Like, so I have my Rodecaster here. So you guys should be able to hear this air horn. I think that should play through. If that does, let me know in the chat. Also, I'm learning this new, I'm still using Ecamm, but the way I'm setting this up is totally different. So trying to make sure that I can like see everything properly for this new show. I have a screen that I'm looking at, which probably makes it look like I'm looking down. But this is going to allow me to actually be able to see the chat and to be able to see what's going on. So I see we got a few people rocking with us already. Yeah, okay, it says, I did, brother. Sounds good. Okay, so we got air horns coming through. Good. That's perfect. Air horns are coming through. That means all sound effects should be coming through. So that means... All right, so we're going to find out how quickly we can get demonetized on this stream. No, we should be okay with a small clip. All right, so we've got some pretty decent things. I can see myself. This is good. Holy crap, what did I do? This is a live stream. I'll be figuring this out in real time. So if you guys want to hang out and rock with me, this will be fun. So I would love to know from you guys, when it comes to live streams that you guys are a part of, how important do you think it is to be able to pull up chats on screen? Because with this new show, I'm thinking of having the chats just like on screen like we do with Uncensored. I love having chats on screen, but I have heard from people that it can be a little distracting. So y'all let me know if you think chats on screen is a good idea. Tristan, I see you in the chat. He says, Lumix gang, y'all are represented. Y'all are represented today. If you haven't heard the good news and you shoot Lumix, go update your cameras because your camera might have just got a whole lot better. Let me lock in on this. Trying to get a regular show in 2026. What up, Kofi? Bro, that's what I'm actually start building that right now. I'm about to have a regular show coming in on top of what we do on Friday. So just so y'all know, a couple times a year, I'll do like additional shows. So obviously we have Uncensored, which happens every single Friday, never miss an episode. That's always the goal. But then I will periodically do other short run shows. So right now I'm in the middle of one that I'm doing in partnership with Ecamm called The Launchpad. It's going to be like an 8-episode series, but it's only going to run for those 8 episodes. That'll be the season. And then after that, we may look at, coming back with a season 2 or something along those lines. But I'm also working on another show that I am hoping to beta launch in December. and then possibly officially launch in January. So we'll see how that all runs out. But that is sort of the plan. Everyone says keep the chat. Chat's on screen is good and it's relevant. Chat in the corner works well for gaming streams on Twitch, but tech conversations, it gets super busy. Yeah, I can totally see that. Chat is good. All right, so let's go ahead and let me actually go ahead and bring my chats in on screen. So I am going to do this on this secondary screen I have here. I'm actually, like I said, I'm building this show in real time. So I'm going to actually go ahead and bring my chats up on screen. Let's see if we can do this. Also, how does the audio level sound? Nothing sounds like peaking or anything like that. I'm trying to make sure I can hear my chats, or I can hear myself, but I want to make sure that, like, you know, it's not peaking on you guys' end, because I did get that feedback a little while ago that I was having a little bit of peaking issues on one of my other streams. So yeah, just let me know if I am peaking, but hopefully I'm not. All right, let's see. Let's grab. Audio sounds good. No peaking. Appreciate that. Hey fam, I got y'all on my second screen while I'm trying to finish up some work. I'm here hanging out. Audio sounds good, B-Wash. All right, appreciate that. Audio is good. Audio sounds like your videos normally sound. Bet. Audio is solid. Okay, cool. So audio is good. Let's go ahead and find my chat box here. Let's copy that chat box. And now let's bring that back over here into Ecamm, which, by the way, if you guys don't know, I use Ecamm for pretty much all of my live streaming. Yes, I use Ecamm for all of my live streaming. And we're going to call this chat box. And yeah, that should be good. Let's say keep running in high resolution mode. Boom. All right. I just added my chat box on screen. So if you guys start chatting, you should start seeing that pop up, hopefully. So do me a favor, just start spamming the chat with, you know, nothing too wild. Don't get crazy. But, you know, spam the chat so that way we can start seeing this chat box start to populate up here. Let's see. Uh-oh, what happened? Okay, yeah, there we go. Boom, spamming the chat. I wonder if I have like a delay. Okay, so we have chats coming up. Dang, they look kind of small though. Do the chats look small to y'all, or does that feel accurate? Is that about as big as the other one? Maybe it's just hard to read. Maybe I need to put something behind them like I do with uncensored, so that way they're a little easier to actually read. So let's do that. Let's grab a solid. All right, let's do this. And then we'll bring it below the chat box. And then we'll probably, what do y'all think? We should set that to probably a darker color. I mean, I kind of like the red. I kind of dig the, it's too hard to read. Let's just go with like a dark black. What do y'all think? Bit small, but needs a background. Yeah, totally agree. I definitely feel like it's a little small. And yeah, this is looking better already. Is it distracting with it being right next to my face? Or should we put it somewhere else? Like, should we move it down here? Like, could we? Because I mean, we could do that where it's like kind of like down out of the way. What are y'all thoughts? Do y'all think having it up here next to me in the top corner or having it directly below chat screen looks good? What do y'all think? Mac, you got to stop calling Jarrell daddy, bro. Say, where's J Daddy at? That's, bro. You ought to get that put on a t-shirt. Size looks good on a 48-inch display. Well, not everybody's rocking a 48-inch display. Red was fire, but I get it. Lower third, yeah. Below the mic is good. Yeah, I think this is kind of the sweet spot. Below the mic is good. Yeah. This is probably you gonna show stuff. So here's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking right now this could be the layout for one of the scenes, right? So the thing I like about Ecamm is you can have different scenes. So I'm gonna actually open up a new scene, and we'll say the source of this. We'll make it blank or whatever. And then I'll bring myself in as a camera. And then we'll make sure that's not the oddspot camera, but it is set to that one. Boom. Okay, so I have now different scenes, right? So I can have a scene with the chat on the screen like this. And then I can have another scene where it's just me. Or actually what I probably should do is maybe I can do like a cool like split screen. So if we do something like this, where I am roughly half the screen. Does that feel about half? Does that feel right? Let's see. Okay. So that's me. So I'm about half the screen now. And then what I could do is I could bring the chat in even larger. So if we're like, let's say I'm doing a segment in the show where it's like, you know, we're talking with, like I'm talking with you guys. So we can do, let's copy that. And then let's bring in, boom. Boom, bring that in. And then, 1920 by 1080. But then what's half of 1920? Y'all, what's half of 1920? 1920 divided by 2. Oh, 960. Okay, so we'll do 960. And then add that widget. All right, so now that should be good. And then let's edit this widget and let's say keep running high resolution mode, save. Okay, so y'all should be able to start chatting. Yo, what's up, Christian? How are you going to... Are you going to show us the A7 IV? No, I am not going to be showing you the A7 IV. No chance. I do have a Lumix here, though. That is fairly amazing. I like it. All right, here we go. What's your A-cam we are looking at? So the A-cam that you guys are seeing right here is the Canon R3. So you guys are looking at the Canon R3 right here. And then I do have some other cameras set up, which I'm going to showcase here in just a second. But I just realized that it does a pretty cool little animation. Can I clip that? It does a pretty cool little animation. Split screen is better. Yeah, I definitely like having the split screen for the chat. Oh, chat's that way. For having the chat that's up. And I kind of like that if I look down this way at this computer, it kind of looks like I'm looking at the chat as it's building up. Jarrell, shut up. Jarrell, go somewhere else. I thought you had work to do or something. Gosh. I've had the R3 in here for less than a day, and now he's gonna make everything about the fact that the R3 is in here. Jarrell, you know what this really means? The fact that the R3 is in here, it means that it's a camera that I don't have to touch anymore. It's basically retired because that ZR baby looking good. Split screen is better. Yeah, I kind of agree with you guys. I think the split screen is definitely where it's at. So let's see. With the widgets, though, you can't really control the... Oh, I can put a border around it. Oh, that would be cool. And then let's see if we can't do a... No, I want to do like a actual border. Why is it not giving me like the opportunity to do like a real border? That's not a border. What the heck? No, I want an actual border. Why won't it allow me to put like an actual border on this thing? This is so dumb. Okay. Oh, well, I tried. Oh, you know what I could do, though? I could just put a square back there. That's probably the way that they would tell me is the right way to actually do this. No, that's not what I want. I want to take a square. Here we go. And then we'll bring it in. We'll hit this. We will say we want the fill to be none, and we want the border to be a color. We'll make the color white. And now we will make our border. How's that look? Does that look okay? I'm trying to look at it at the same time. All right, let's see. Let's catch up to the chat. Jarrell, so dumb. What up, everybody? That Canon bat signal. I swear, Logan, you're right. Like the second somebody asked about a camera, Jarrell's phone and Spidey senses went off, and he was like, "I need to show up and represent for Canon because I'm not there at the exact moment that I need to be." How does this look? Does this look okay? I feel like I need to shift this over a hair. And now shift this over. Wait, no. Let's lock that in place. And now we'll shift this over. Just a smidge. But wait, what the heck happened to me? Y'all see that? Did I freeze on y'all's account? Hey, y'all let me know if I froze. Yeah, it looks like I froze. What the heck happened? That's weird. Let's see what's going on. Okay, wait, there we're back. That is weird. I am doing a lot of changes right now and live streaming at the same time. But it looks like I'm back. It looks like I'm back. I'm back. Let's see. A couple questions just came in from John. He says, are these features built in or add-ons? This is all built in to Ecamm. Everything you're seeing right now is built into Ecamm minus bringing the chats up on the screen. Bringing the chats up on the screen is from another program called Streamlabs. Yeah, Streamlabs. That's how I'm bringing it onto the screen like you see here in real time. So, and I am not using OBS for anybody who's asking. I'm using Ecamm. Ecamm's currently 40% off right now for Black Friday. I have my link in the description. I would definitely consider signing up right now because 40% off is like the best deal I've ever seen on it. So I would definitely go ahead and do that. But use my link in the description if you don't mind. Doesn't cost you any extra. You get the same discount, and I make a little bit. Yeah, I'm not sure what caused the cam to freeze, but I think it was just a matter of me switching so many graphic settings at the same time. Just kind of threw the camera for a loop. Okay, so we are... what are the benefits of Ecamm versus OBS or SL? I don't know enough about OBS. Like, I'm sure most of what you can do in Ecamm, you can do in OBS. Ecamm just simplifies it, in my opinion. Like, I tried to go into OBS, but it's just super technical, and trying to find all the plugins to do stuff like bring in guests or to bring in graphics and overlays and then link those directly to like a stream deck and all that. That was more difficult on OBS. Not impossible, but more difficult to me on OBS. And so Ecamm is just a lot easier for me. And then it has stuff built in, like the ability to record all of my individual camera angles, whether I'm shooting a video or doing a live stream. So that's the reason why I like Ecamm, and it works for me. It's a lot easier for me because, like, I already spend too much time prepping for like commercial projects and like client projects that when it comes to live streaming, I just want it to be easy. So setting up, or doing whatever it takes to make the process easy is what I'm all about. Let's see. Okay, so how are y'all feeling about this this look? I feel like this look is getting pretty good. Are they ever going to make a Windows version? Ooh, I don't know. I definitely feel like that is a like something that people have been asking for a really long time. So I would imagine they should come out with a Windows one, but I don't know. I'm not really sure if that's like on the horizon or not. I'm playing around with this, like sort of like bringing up you guys' comments and like trying to find the right look for that. That feels better. Sean, congratulations on you guys' software update today. I have to upgrade mine today. Well, I have to update this one. Let's see. Seems like a huge miss on their FAQ. Seems like they dismiss Windows users. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why they don't have a Windows deal. I'm happy as a Mac user, but I don't know why they don't have one for Windows users. Definitely feels like something they could do, but I know it's a whole new software, and Ecamm as a company is just way smaller than you think. Like the number of employees that they have is actually pretty small. I think they just have like the two owners are like the main developers. I know they have other developers who help, but like it's really like two guys bringing Ecamm to life. It's pretty crazy. Okay, I need to lock the rectangle, lock my chat, because I feel like I need to scoot myself over. Give myself a little bit of padding space. All right, how's that look? Also, I'll tell you, if you are somebody who's thinking about live streaming, and you are considering Ecamm, like right now, I'm running this live stream off the base Mac Mini, like the absolute base Mac Mini, cheapest one you can buy. That's what I'm currently running my live stream off of currently. Sean says, one suggestion I'd make for highlighted comments is to move the highlighted comments over the top of the bottom of the chat area so it does not cover the rest of the chat. What do you mean? One suggestion I'd make on the highlighted comments is to move the highlighted over the top or bottom of the chat area. Oh, okay. So that way it's not blocking here. So you're saying like it needs to be like down here. I wonder if I just put it on over me. Does that look good? Ooh, let's lock my camera back in place. Yeah, so let's lock mine. And now if we just do that, now it's just over mine. Like how super chats work on YouTube. Yeah, that looks good. That's cool. Okay, yeah. So just having the chats that I pull up pop up over my side, I think that looks really good. So we will call this scene chatting. All right, so we have my main. So this is the main scene. All right, so we have the main scene, and then we also have the chatting scene, where if I am in the middle of chatting or talking with the audience, we can have the chat pulled up right here, going in real time, so we can be talking about whatever. And then I'm on camera talking right here, and then whatever you guys say in the chat, I could literally just click on it and then pop it up. Do you have multiple cams running? Yes, I do. I'm so glad you asked. So let's go ahead and start another scene, and we're going to call this details. I'm going to call this details. And we need to change the source of this one to a different camera. Boom. Okay, so this is sort of a different angle. So this is my detailed shot. So here is pretty much a side angle. So anytime that I'm talking about a product, I can like showcase that product right there. And I have a manual lens on this camera over here. And so that just allows me to pretty easily, showcase this, but the focus is locked, so it's not going to be jumping around. So if I'm here, I'm out of focus. So if I'm talking about a product, I'm going to have to basically just bring it to the focus plane. But I've got a nice big monitor right here, so I can actually see myself when I make that switch. And then we have the just chatting scene, and now we have the main scene. All right, we got a few scenes locked out already. Let's see. All right, so that's our chatting scene. That's our detail shot scene. Let's see. John says, let's go back to chatting. Question, are you using a teleprompter? Yes, I am. So I actually have a teleprompter up here, and then I have a OC director's monitor that they sent out a year ago or so. It actually turned out not to be the best, it's not the best monitor to take out on set, primarily because when we take director's monitors, it's normally because we're running multiple cameras, and this one can only showcase one feed at a time. So my buddy Marcus has a different monitor that we tend to bring out his instead because his can actually showcase multiple camera feeds at the exact same time. This one only does one, which is a little bit of a bummer. So I have two screens open kind of simultaneously. I've got one up top with the teleprompter, and then I've got another one down here. And so that's kind of how I'm able to see. So if I ever get caught looking down like this, that's typically because I'm looking at the bigger screen down below. But I try to stay looking at the teleprompter, but it's too small to see and read chats because it's a little bit it's probably about a solid, I'm gonna say 2 to 3 yards away from me. So I can't really read the chats on there, but I can on this bigger screen down here. If you're selecting between the Alexa 35 and the Panavision Millennium DXL2, which one would you prefer? Bro, I don't know enough about either one of those cameras to even try to pretend like I could give you a solid answer. Don't know enough about those cameras. Never even really shot with them. All I could do, I've never even come close to shooting with a Panavision. So I have no clue. I find putting the mark on the table gives a smoother detail shot than relying on a monitor for confirmation. I find putting a mark on the table. So I kind of have a mark. You guys can't see it. But right here is a piece of tape. And so it tells me where my line is. So then when I switch over to the detail shot, I know that my product is in line for the camera. So that way, like what I want to be in focus will be in focus. Now, I do know that because I'm in manual focus, just because I don't trust autofocus enough for details, I know that I have to kind of be a little smart about, what I'm showing off here. But normally when I switch to the detail camera, my face is not on camera, so then I can look at the monitor. But it's a pretty decent sized monitor, so I can actually see. And then I can switch back to the chatting screen here. You should check out a switcher. So I actually have a Stream Deck right here. So I'm literally building this show in real time. So I have a Stream Deck that I've actually mounted to this desk. I have like a 3D printed this like housing for it. So I actually have a Stream Deck down here. And then I also have Stream Deck pedals on the floor, which I'm gonna set up here in just a second. So I got a few of those things lined up, but I'm literally building this out in real time. How do you keep your eye line so strong in the camera? I have a tendency to look just below it. It's kind of so one is having a teleprompter, so I'm looking at myself, and that actually helps me out a lot because it gives me an eye line. Just looking directly at like the screen, or just looking directly at like a lens is very daunting. Like it feels like you're looking into like the abyss. So I have a teleprompter and that's how I do it. And then I have my monitor for this whole streaming thing directly underneath the teleprompter. So even when I'm looking at the monitor, I'm kind of looking in the general direction of the camera as best I can. Carlos says the new OC finally allows you up to 3 camera inputs. It feels like it took forever to get them to give us that. Yeah, it's kind of annoying. I didn't know that they came out with that one. 3 is still kind of annoying, if I'm being honest. Like I really wish they would just do 4 because you're gonna have quadrants. Like you're gonna have to break it up into 4 spots. I currently used to, when I ran this monitor, I bought a decimator. You can get a decimator. Blackmagic sells them, and a couple other companies sell one. But I bought the Blackmagic one, which basically allows you to put 4 SDI inputs into it, and then it'll run 1 SDI or 1 HDMI out of it into your monitor. And so that's what we would do as a get around. But because Marcus has a better monitor, we just use his. What do you think about the new firmware for Panasonic cameras? I think it is very helpful. I have not I haven't fully tested the software update. It officially came out today. And while I do believe that it's going to help and the data shows that it's going to help, it's currently not hot enough here in Houston. Like, it's so funny. I kept telling people that while, yes, my camera did overheat, I was shooting at 90 plus degrees off turf, shooting 5.1K open gate at 60 frames a second. Like I was pushing this camera to its absolute max in the worst environment possible. And so mine overheated. But outside of that, it never overheated. So I can't imagine that if I do the software update, with the current weather and like my shooting patterns, I don't think I'm going to see that big of a difference, honestly, because it's not really overheating now. But when next summer rolls around, because I live in Houston, I'm sure that's when I'm really going to be able to put this thing to the test. But it's just not really the right climate. The camera doesn't really overheat right now. So I don't know if I'm going to see that big of a difference, but it'll be cool to do it. By the way, peeping your IG, you are hooked on the 3D printer. Bro, I've been 3D printing everything. If y'all did not see, actually I have it right here. Over on my Instagram, I started like showing like some of the stuff I've been 3D printing. Like this is a lens cap, like for this lens right here. It's an 82 millimeter. I 3D printed this. It feels like cheating. And like it's solid. Like it's like it ain't going anywhere. It's not popping off at all. Like super, super solid lens cap. So the next thing I want to figure out is how can I like customize it and like put my logo or my like, the lens that it is or whatever. Like I got to figure out like the 3D modeling software. That's kind of like my next big step into 3D printing. But so far, I've been loving it. It just takes forever. What's good, Brandon? If you're going all mirrorless, which cine lenses are you going? Typoc, or are you going correct Let's Hectors? So if I have an unlimited budget, I'm going with the Hectors. But I don't have an unlimited budget. The Hectors are like $7,000 a pop, and I don't want just one of them. So for me, I'm probably gonna go Typocs for now. But the Hectors look absolutely amazing. I think the Hectors on the ZR is going to be such a magical combination. But I don't have any connections at Leica, and they are way outside of my price range right now. So, I mean, I haven't even found a place where I can rent them. But even if I rented them, it would be like I would want to rent them for a very important project. So, yeah. That's those are some beautiful lenses. But I think for me right now in my budget, the Typocs are looking real good. I just can't figure out which mount I want to go with. Obviously, I could go E mount and put them directly onto the ZR. But I was thinking about going with the M mount and getting a M to Z adapter, but I just haven't figured it out yet. I don't know which one I'm going to do. I 3D print battery holders for my Sony batteries. 3D printing is a superpower. Yeah, absolutely. The Typocs look. I know, Carlos, you were send me some footage. I saw you. I know I responded or something on Instagram when you got yours. I need to see them. He said go inbound. What up, James? A new show. Yeah, so I am actually working on a new show, or at least I was before I got distracted. So I'm working on a new show that I'm hoping to debut. I'm going to kind of do a, what do you want to call it? How do you, like a backdoor pilot or a soft launch in December, see how it goes. And then if it goes well, then I may officially launch the new show in January. But we'll see. We'll see how that goes. All right. Later, Gary. Hey, by the way, shout out to Gary in the chat, everybody. Appreciate you, Gary, hanging out with us last night and hanging out with us tonight. I know it's like late where you are, so appreciate you staying up and hanging out with us. Let's see. Soft launch. Yeah. Gotta run. See y'all Friday. Later, James. My bad. I said Josh. Later, bud. Let's see. Have you ever thought about rehouse glass like GL Optics? I have. Is just, I mean, a lot of it's just price. Finding the right set of cinema lenses to me is so difficult because cinema lenses, while beautiful, I find they don't have the best return on investment, like unless you get like a super clean set. So like my DZO zoom ones, those are great because I can use those on commercial projects and they're fantastic. They're clinical, they're sharp, clients love them. Awesome. But once you start getting into lenses with more and more character, the chances of using them on a paid production goes a lot lower. So that's just one thing that I kind of have to sort of figure out. But yeah, it's I definitely want to start getting into some more lenses. I just as y'all know, with my stuff getting stolen, I've kind of just pumped the brakes on most everything right now. All right, so we have our detail shots that I showed you guys a second ago. I also have another one here. Let's do source. We're going to do camera, and then we're going to do top down. So now I actually have a top down shot as well. Let's actually go ahead and type that in. top. Oop. Where are we at? There we are. All right, so we have top down. All right, so we have our chatting scene. We have our main scene here. We have our detail shot here. Boom. And then we also have our top down here. Oop, there it is. So we have our top down, so that way we can showcase all of that. All right, let's go back to our chatting scene. Very true. And it's new, it's cheaper. Sitting glass is incredible. That's the fact. The man Blazar sits in the gear closet. Yeah, Carlos, that's kind of one of my problems. Like, I kind of had this experience with the Blazars. Like, I got them primarily for me, thinking that, I wanted to shoot some really cool stuff. And I've shot a film with them, which was great. But then, after I shot that film, I enjoyed the look. But then when I shot my next film, which was shot on the Auruses, the DCO, what are they? The Aurals? I think that's how the Aurals lenses. I think that's what they are. The DCO Aurals. We shot the feature on those lenses, and that was beautiful. Great set of lenses. But then when we shot our next film, I went with a different lens. I went with the Canon Samiras. So like, I feel like when it comes to like shooting films and shooting the creative stuff, every film I've done, I've shot it on a different lens. So like to invest a ton of money into a characteristic lens, I don't know if that's what I want to do right now, just because as a DP, I just want to shoot with a ton of different lenses and see, what I like. And 9 times out of 10, an autofocusing lens is going to do exactly what I need it to do in most cases. Have we talked about the Lumix no overheating firmware update? We haven't fully talked about it. We're going to talk a lot about it on Friday because I'm actually going to be doing some tests. I genuinely don't think that like I'm going to be able to get the camera to overheat because it's just not hot enough. Like I live in Houston and, throughout the day it's like 80 something. So, warmer than most places right now. I mean, we might push like 90, 91, 92 maybe, which in Houston, that's not really that hot, surprisingly. But like, I don't think the camera's going to overheat. And it really wasn't overheating before the software update. So after the software update, I really don't think it's going to overheat. Let's see. All right, so we got a few different things set up already. Let's go in and I'm going to actually try to set up some buttons here so that way I can get this switching to happen automatically. So we're going to open up Stream Deck. All right, and then like I told y'all, I have a Stream Deck right here, actually. And I'm going to let's try switching some cameras. So this is our chatting screen, which I'm already on. And then I will set this one up as our detail camera. Boom. And then I will set this one up as our top down. Did it not work? Top down. Boom. Boom. All right, so we got the Stream Deck going, and now I'm also gonna set it up for the pedals. So this one, we will say, call that details, main, top down, and we'll call this one chatting. All right, so let's see. Okay, so this one here will allow me to start switching cameras. So y'all can see now, hands-free, I can switch between my different cameras. in real time. And I've got another pedal down here, which will allow me to, uh-oh, what happened? There we go. Okay, we're back. Nope. Where are we? Why is that one not working? Let's see. When I go to the chatting one, why is that one not working? Let's see. Details, straight on, top down, back to me. I don't understand. Yeah, self-destruction builder. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with that. Ooh, you really think so? S12 is now in first place for camera of the year. I don't. That's a tough one. All right, what do y'all think? Give me some insight. What do y'all think? Camera of the year. Where are y'all really leaning? This isn't official. We'll have like an official poll for you guys here really soon, because I don't think me and Jarrell are going to be able to agree this year like we did last year. But what do y'all think is the camera of the year right now? Where's your heart leaning? I want to know. Because I don't know. I really can't. I really don't know. I think the R6 Mark III has a good shot. I think the FX, no, not the FX. The ZR has a really good shot. And I think the S12 has a really good shot. And I don't know, the overheating element. Like for me, the S12 was already like a strong contender before the overheating update. And now that it has the overheating update, it's so tough. So Logan says any camera that overheats cannot be camera of the year. So are we talking about the R6 Mark III? Because that might be its big issue, right? Carlos says S12 is a solid camera, but R3D for the ZR is why I picked up that camera and then bought a second Waddy. Yeah, I think the R3D element of the ZR definitely makes it a super, super strong contender. Alone, it makes it. Yeah, Sony is a no-go. Yeah, we all know that. What's up, Ezreal? S12 is the only one that offers 6K 60 open gate. So it's not 6K 60 open gate. Just to be clear, it's 5.1. I know, minor, but just so that the Sony fanboys don't come roasting us, it is technically 5.1K open gate. But still, it's open gate 60 frames a second. Nobody's doing that. Let's see. Camera of the year, Raptor XE. I don't know if camera of the year goes to the XE. Maybe cinema camera of the year, but I don't think camera of the year, because the thing you got to consider with camera of the year is like value for the dollar, tech, and like adoptability. And while the Raptor XE coming in at $15,000 is a substantial like addition to the Red ecosystem, I don't know if it's gonna actually make as big of a splash for everyday shooters, because I mean, honestly, I feel like the ZR actually is making a lot of people who were considering buying a Red start to kind of question it. And I think a lot of that has to do with them not really knowing what the benefit of a red is outside of the image, because now with the ZR you can get very close to a red image. So people say for $2,200 I'll just stick with the ZR. But there is still a lot of benefits that a red actually offers you, especially when you're using in a professional production environment. So I think value for dollar, I don't know if the XE is going to be one of the higher runners up for camera of the year, but that's just my opinion at the moment. I'm surprised no one mentioned Alexa 35 Extreme for camera of the year. And that's another one of those cameras where, while yes, it is an amazing camera, it's not just a matter of best specs. You know, for us, when we look at camera of the year, we look at a camera that is giving you high quality, giving you high level tech. The value per dollar is at an all-time high. And then also impact. What is the impact of that camera? Like when that camera comes out, what is the impact? Outside of the release week of the Extreme, I haven't heard anybody else talking about it. So the impact to me feels really low on the Alexa 35. Not saying, again, like that's another one of those ones where it's like cinema camera of the year, Alexa 35, Raptor XE. Who wins that? I don't know yet. But yeah, that's more so where I'm sitting. Yo, he said, what's up, man? I shoot on the FX3, ZVE1, FX30. Need a pro photo body. Is the FX2 a smart pick for me? Yeah, I mean, sure. I have heard great things about the FX2. It's obviously got the A7 IV's sensor, so it's great for photography, full frame. Be a great photography camera. I would almost recommend today, though, like you can get if it's primarily just getting it for photos, go buy an A7 IV. They're like on a crazy sale. At least they were a few weeks ago. Just go buy an A7 IV right now. Like they're like on a crazy sale. So that would probably be a better suit. But if you're wanting another cinema camera to go with your FX3 and your FX30, then I totally get that too. What do you think about the RE-Log C3 versus the R3D RAW on the ZR? Is the larger file size worth it? Yes, it is. I think that the R3D on the ZR is absolutely amazing. I'm a huge proponent of it. But yes, you are going to have to invest in hard drives. You're going to have to invest in memory cards. That's going to be a thing. So just be ready for that. Value for the dollar post update has to be the S1 II. Oof. 20K bundle is the best bundle of the year. I 100% agree with you on that, Central. The ZR, the XE bundle is amazing. Sounds like you're in the market for a 35 Extreme. ZR versus Lumix. How good is the ZR stabilization? It's pretty impressive on the Lumix. I would say it's good. If you look at the Lumix is better. Just the Lumix is better. Ari might be going broke soon, so confidence there is super low. What FX2? Great for photos? Yeah, it's a good photo camera. The reel of the Sony camera in the trash is. And then great, FX2 doesn't have the mechanical shutter. Might be good for photos, minor photo work. Yeah, I mean, like I said, it's the A7 IV. Honestly, I would probably just say go with I'd probably say go with the A7 IV. You guys know Colton, who is normally in the chat on Fridays. So he told me that he bought the FX2 because he needed a cinema camera that also could take good photos because he shoots a lot of weddings. And so he needed a camera that could kind of do both. And he has switched to that camera and, coming from Blackmagic, and he absolutely loves it for that reason. So it works. Whew. Man. And I'm here with my Fujifilm X-M5. That's fine, bro. Enjoy your Fuji. Ain't nobody mad at you. Jarrell says, pass on that. I would wait for the A7 IV or the A9 III or A1 II. Well, Jarrell wants to spend a crap ton of your money. So, yes, you can absolutely wait on Jarrell and spend way more money if you want to. I think all those cameras could be great. The A7 V would be great too. But if you are looking at the FX2 and you're just wanting it for photos, then I think a better buy would be the A7 IV. But if you just want to wait and buy something even better than both those cameras, then yeah, you can totally do that. He says, I am nor Kofi, no Terry. I am a new class of warrior, Gogeta. You're wild. I almost said that in your accent. Did you hear me start saying that in your accent, Kofi, and then I stopped? Question from Ezreal. What about best new lens of the year? Yes. That definitely needs to be a category. I need to make a note of that. Actually, that's what we should be doing right now. Y'all should be helping me lock down these categories for what we need to do. Let's do that. Let's do, I'm going to start a new note. So we have obviously camera of the year. And then I love lens of the year. The other day somebody said flop of the year. And then we need to do cinema camera of the year. And then budget camera of the year. What other ones am I forgetting? Let's see. What other topics did we forget? Best magnetic filters. Is that a category? Did enough come out? Oh, lights of the year. I like that. Let's do lights of the year. I definitely think we should do like an accessory. And we can definitely put like magnetic filter. Trash can of the year, 100%. Category, best innovation of the year. Okay, so here's what I want you guys to do. When you give me a suggestion, also put in like, maybe like who could be nominated. Because like best innovation of the year, like are we going to talk about the tech itself? Like is there like a, like are we talking about like best innovation of the year, Canon finally opens the gates? Like is that what we're talking about as innovation of the year? Or are we talking about like, you know, like something that did not exist wholeheartedly? Like I guess the Blair engine came out last year, so that one wouldn't work from Aperture. But I want to know like what do you guys mean by some of these? Innovation of the year, Tilta with the autofocus PL adapter. Ooh, okay. New tech okay, so instead of innovation of the year, I'm gonna go with new tech of the year. Actually, no, innovation's better. You're right. I'm gonna be honest with you. I didn't know. I was afraid of spelling innovation wrong. That's why I wanted to say new tech. Y'all know I'm dyslexic. All right, innovation of the year. I love that. And then yes, I like the autofocusing PL adapter. That might win though. Like, okay. So what else? We're gonna do autofocusing PL adapter. Okay, perfect. Boom. Autofocusing PL adapter. All right, let's see what else. What else y'all putting in there? Best accessories, lidars, cages, cables. That Tilta adapter needs to drop first. Yeah, it seems cool in theory. But I guess the tech came out this year, so the innovation could win for the year, even though the product, like it won't win accessory of the year because it's not officially out, but the innovation could be there. Lenses. Oh yeah. Lenses of the year would be great. Lens of the year. That's a good one. Yeah, I think lens of the year would be a great category. Dope tech of the year. Best AI filmmaker tools. Bro, I feel like that changes every week. Like the best AI tool keeps changing. That's really tough. Logan says, best firmware ongoing support, listening to the community award. Lumix and Nikon have been great. Yeah. Community of the Year award, something like that. That might work. I don't know if it's been decided, but brand of the year, who was the top dog of all releases? Gosh. Oh, did we do that last year? That one's going to piss people off, though. Biggest surprise of the year. DaVinci getting ProRes RAW, Lumix coming out, swinging, etc. Biggest surprise of the year. Okay. Biggest surprise. I like that. Biggest surprise of the year. Let me put those suggestions. What'd you say? ProRes RAW in DaVinci. And then you also said Brandon falling in love with Lumix. Sorry, that's not what you said. What did you say? Lumix coming out swinging. That's right. That's what you said. All right, let's see what other suggestions we have. Overhyped camera of the year. All right, Logan, well then put which one you think should win. Put the nominees. Best shot of the year. Shot from a movie or commercial. Category, craziest rumor of the year. Unsung hero of the year. A camera not often talked about, but incredibly solid. Lumix S9, Fuji, Sony. So, Kofi, the camera had to have come out this year, though. So, if the camera had come out this year, then we could do it. Surprise of the year. The Canon RF 45 1.2 for $469. Yeah, that actually is. That is a big surprise. Ooh, we actually have a pretty good category here. Canon's cheap 45 millimeter 1.2. That's a really good category. Let's see. I agree. The Canon RF 45. Wish it was weather sealed. Body of work of the year. Canon. Jarrell better not see it. Oh, be careful. Brandon falling in love with Lumix was my biggest surprise of the year. Yeah. Best ultra budget. Ooh, what classifies as an ultra budget? Sub $500? What's an ultra budget? What's the cap? Because we need to figure this out. Because we have budget camera of the year, but what is an ultra budget? Give me a number. Give me a number for the ultra budget. Lens of the year. I've got lens of the year. I just don't have any nominations. So, somehow I put it on there twice. Okay, so I currently have Camera of the year, lens of the year, flop of the year, cinema camera of the year, best budget camera of the year, lights of the year, accessory of the year, innovation of the year, brand of the year, and biggest surprise of the year. So those are the ones I have. Yeah, you're saying a ultra budget is sub $500. Dude, I don't even know if I know any cameras that came out this year that were sub $500. All right, I'm gonna put ultra budget sub $500, but I just don't know any cameras to even nominate next to it. So you're gonna have to help out with that. Sub $100 Nosmo. Yeah, even at sub $100, don't buy that. Ultra budget, the Canon R50V. How much is that camera? And did that come out this year? Let's see. Canon R50V. Ooh, that camera is $619. That is not ultra budget. That's why I say ultra budget's too hard. Action 6 is less than $500. Action cameras are sub $500. Okay. So now we're talking about action cameras. All right. So ultra budget sub $500. We're gonna say action. Yeah, I just feel like ultra budget today. I mean, I don't like it, but ultra budget is just not really a category that you can do with like a traditional camera. Before tariffs, it was the Lumix ZS900. I think it was $500 on the head. Yeah, the XM5 is $800 with open gate. Sub $500 Black Friday would be the X5. Unsung Heroes. Okay. S12E. Canon R50V. Okay. I like these. I like this, Kofi. Let's see if I can copy that text and see if I can paste it. Boom. Unsung Heroes. Thank you, Kofi. Got him. Best camera-related live stream on a Friday of the year. Yeah, this is one of those ones where I don't know if there's anybody who could be nominated. You know what I mean? Now, if you said that it was like best camera-related live stream on a Friday, shot live in Houston with two guys sitting on a couch who occasionally say some out-of-pocket things, I think Kofi's doing a show on Friday, so he might get nominated, but we'll see. The Sony FX2 can also go in the unsung hero, I guess. Yeah, the fact that you forgot about it means it's not going on the list. Most improved award could be fun. Bro, it's like the two companies that probably deserve it are also the same two companies that are probably going to win a bunch of other awards. So we'll see. Daddy of the year. Logan, you are wild. Daddy of the year. Can I nominate my daddy's daddy? Can I do that? Also, Camera Expo of the year. Ooh, Build, NAB, CES, Cinegear. I kind of like that. We'll see. Let's see. Oh yeah, because we live streamed from all of them except CES. We did NAB, we did Build, we did Cinegear. Yeah, we've live streamed at all of them. I think the best live streaming camera could be the Blackmagic Micro 4K. It is super good and you can control on your PC. Yeah, no, that's a good camera. Most recycled part in a camera of the year. I would nominate Sony. And the winner is also Sony. Oh my gosh. Most recycled part of the year. Nomination number 1. the A7 IV sensor. Nomination number 2, the A1 body. Nomination number 3, the screen on the FX3A. And the winner is Sony. Poll if Sony will give us OpenGate or sell it in the new camera. Bro, I'll poll it, but I'll tell you right now, the answer is a hard no. Like a hard no. We'll do a poll. Will Sony add OpenGate to A7 V? Start the poll. I guarantee you the answer is no. Guarantee you the answer is no. Best editing software improvements. Yeah, 100% no. Immediately, just 100% no. If one person votes yes right now, it's just because they want to be different. But it's a strong no. It's a real strong no. Yeah, see, one person put yes just because they're trying to be different. But yeah, it's a very hard no. Let's see. Okay, stream is looking excellent. Sony tell us we didn't know what we wanted. Yeah, Sony doesn't. Sony has told us multiple times we don't know what we want. We don't want OpenGate. Y'all think y'all want OpenGate. You don't want OpenGate. Sony sells firmware updates as new cameras. I just hope the ZR adds OpenGate, even if only for ProRes. You know what? I would probably rather have OpenGate in H.265 over ProRes. If y'all think the R3D files are large, the ProRes files are large too. So I would really rather have OpenGate in H.265 just so I don't have to have it in a super large format. That said, probably you're more likely in getting OpenGate in either the R3D RAW or the Z RAW because it's less compression that the camera has to do, which is easier on the processor. So, all right. Did we ever figure out what happened with this button? Why that's not working? Let me see. I am not sure why that's not working. Okay. All right, so we have this screen. I like this screen a lot. This is working out perfectly. Okay, let's see. Oh, some more questions came through. Best photo camera and video camera and best hybrid camera. So are you suggesting no camera of the year? You just do best video camera, best photo camera, best hybrid camera? Because I just feel like there's going to be so much overlap there. Almost every camera today is either a hybrid camera or it's a cinema camera. Like, I don't know any cameras except for Leicas that are like only photo cameras. Sony says you'd like OpenGate. Here's cropped 4K 60 instead. ProRes RAW is less efficient, meaning larger file sizes than R3D. Yeah. What did I say? Did I say the wrong thing? My bad. Photo camera of the year, R6 Mark III. It could win that one, maybe. Did the R1 come out in 2025? I think the R1 came out last year, 2024. Canon R1 release date. Yeah, it came out in November of 2024. Since getting the ZR, has the S1 II been collecting dust? No, actually, the S1 II was my main YouTube camera for this setup for a long time. I recently pulled it out and put another camera back there because I actually want to make more content with this camera. Like, this is such a good camera. I want to take it out and shoot with it more. And so I wanted to get it out and actually make make a lot more content with it and utilize it a whole lot more. So it's such a good camera that it definitely doesn't deserve to collect dust. But I will say that the ZR is my first grab right now. And that's primarily because the R3D. Photo camera. Oh, Hasselblad, the X2D. That's actually a good one. S1 II is the best hybrid. Everyone was hyped over the Beatles, but did anyone actually buy one? Ooh, I know a few people who put in orders for them, but I know I didn't buy one. I'm not buying that lens. All three of the camera of the year, Fuji did come out with a photo camera this year, I think. Yeah. Oh, you know what else? Speaking of cinema camera of the year, the Eterna. I need to put that one down. Cinema camera of the year. So I'm gonna go with the XE. And then we also need to go with the Eterna. The Eterna. And then we also need to do the Alexa 35 Extreme. Forgot about that. All right, let's see. Oh, the Leica monochrome. Okay, so there are actually there's some pretty decent cameras for a photo camera of the year. So I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna say photo camera of the year because you guys are actually giving me some really good nominations. So we have the Leica monochrome, and then you have the Hasselblad X2D. And then somebody had another photo camera for photo camera of the year. I'm hoping for the Eterna. Just want to see some people use it. Yeah. Eterna doesn't do RAW. It doesn't, but I think what they're saying is you got to want the image that the Eterna gives. It's interesting that other than Cine Daily, no one talks about the Eterna. That's because it's just not out, Carlos. I don't think anybody really has it. And, I mean, I can't say too much. I've had some conversations. I'm hoping that one day I might be able to test it out, but you know how those things go. It's a lot of like, oh yeah, this might happen, and then it doesn't. So I don't know, but we'll see. Did we mention the Fuji GF100? Did that come out this year? Fuji GF100 release date. Let's see. Yeah, the GFX came out. The GFX 100 Mark II came out in September 2023. Yeah. Did they come out with a new one this year? I could be wrong. I might have missed it, but let me know. Yeah, I know it's the GFX, but it's came out last year. Yeah, I was about to say GFX 100 RF. Yeah, I know they came out with a few different variations of it, but I don't think any of them came out this year. But Fuji did come out with some cameras this year. I know they did. I know, time flies. I find it funny that the C50 hasn't been mentioned once. Ooh, Logan. That is true. I think the R6 just rained all over its parade. But I will put, I do think that the C50 deserves a spot in Cinema Camera of the Year. So I'm going to put it right there. Ooh. Are we live? I finally get to be here with the fam. What's up? Welcome to a We Are Chillin' live stream. I started building out a new show, and then we got completely off topic, and we started coming up with nominees and categories for our end of the year show. So far, it's because I'm not here. Jarrell, you obviously have the ability to chat, okay? And if you're not busy, I can 100% bring you in on the show. So it's totally up to you. I have both the C50 and the R6 Mark III in hand. I don't know if it totally rains on this parade. I'm not saying in the sense of like spec wise it rains, but I think like in the eyes of the people, I think a lot of people got distracted. So a lot of people got distracted by the R6 Mark III. That's what I'm saying. The release of the ZR made me totally forget about the C50. That's the other one. I think that the ZR is been a lot louder, like significantly louder. So yeah, it's it's tough. It's tough. I would love to, but I'm still on the lift right now. Oh, that's right. Jarrell is big time busy. He said, King Kurt asked Jarrell, are you concerned that the C50 will have the R6 Mark II wobbles? So I'm not going to answer for Jarrell, but I'll say for my own sake, I don't think it will have the same type of wobbles because the C50 does not have IBIS. So while you won't have wobbles, you'll probably just have shaky footage. So that's just something to consider. I'm on that ZR. I totally got distracted by the ZR. It says, wait, Google says the Fuji did come out this year. Which one? Which one did you look up? I looked at the GFX. Maybe there's another one. Let's see. Fuji GFX 100. Maybe the RF? That's the rangefinder. Let's see. Release date. Oh, that's the RF. Yeah, the GFX 100 RF came out in April 2025 with the global shipping starting in April 7th. Okay, let's throw it in there. Is that photography camera of the year? I don't know. We'll let you guys vote on it. GFX 100 RF. Boom. All right. I've got 3 photography cameras for photo camera of the year. For cinema camera of the year, we have the XE, the Eterna, the Alexa 35 Extreme, and the Canon C50. For camera of the year, let's go ahead and put down our nominees for that as well while we're at it. So we obviously have the Nikon ZR. We have the Lumix S1 II. We also have the Canon R6 Mark III, and we have the Pixis 12K, right? Are those our 4 camera nominees right now? Jarrell says, speak for yourself. Steady hands all day. B-Wash, have you tried the Tascam XLR unit for the ZR? I haven't tried it on the ZR, but I did try it on the R6 the Z6 Mark III. I tried it on that one, and it was good. It worked out great. But I haven't tried it on the ZR yet. You have to have an inner piece to avoid camera shake on the C50. The new Hasselblad is nice. The XT30 just released. There's also the Leica M EV1. Ooh, yes. That could be it. So we had the Leica monochrome, and then we also had the Leica EVF or EV1. Wild how nobody said the Pixis 12K. LOL, never mind. Like that's what I was thinking. What's up, Trevor? Hit the like button. Don't be a trash can. I didn't say it. Carlos said it. Don't be a trash can. Tascam. Got to change their name. All right. So I have camera of the year. I need help for flop of the year. Now I have one that I would like to nominate for flop of the year. But I'll allow you guys to throw in yours first. All right, flops of the year. What do y'all got? Tascam, Mackie. Flop of the year. What are the nominees? Sorry, this is random, but for the next year, can you please do a live stream on how you make good thumbnails? Ooh, Christian, I like that. Yeah, I don't mind doing that. Let's go. What flops of the year? What are y'all thinking? What is the flop of the year? Give me a few nominees. It starts with an S and ends with Oni. FX2 for the flop of the year. The man waited for me to enter the chat to start mentioning trash cans. Yeah. Flop of the year is the Pixis 12K. Ooh, I think people will fight you on that. Oh yeah, flop of the year could be that Sigma camera. What was that? The BF? Something like that. Logan, you bought one of those, didn't you? Sigma. I don't remember what that camera was called. Flop of the year, the Sony RX1R3. Ooh, that's a good one. Sony RX1R3. Ooh, I love that. Cause that camera was so bad I didn't even make my video. It was pretty bad. And it wasn't that it had a bad image. It was hard to it's hard to recommend that camera. It's hard to make like a positive video about it. So I was like, I don't like making just negative videos. It's kind of a waste of time. So Logan bought every camera this year. He might have. Logan got awfully quiet once we started talking about his camera, though. He says, my BF ain't no flop. Said it with all caps. Said it with his chest. Ooh, I don't know, dog. That BF might be a flop. You might love it, but it still might be a flop. I mean, yeah, last Friday, y'all voted Black Magic over Red. I didn't like it, but it's what y'all voted. So, I don't know. Logan. Might be a flop. Might be a flop. I'm just saying. All right. So for flop of the year so far, we have the FX2, we have the Sigma BF, we have the Sony RX1R3. Bad review of the year. The Pixis 12K has 1 star on B&H. No. Was there like 1 review? No, there's no chance. Let's go. Pixis 12K. There are 5 reviews and it has 1 star. Holy crap. It's got 4 1-star reviews and then a 2-star review. Dang. This one says, this is a verified buyer. He says, after doing tests, I realized the camera shuts off in the middle of recording, and I wasn't happy with the viewing angle on the side screen with has major color shifts when you are closer to the camera. I sent it back. Yeah, I had the same issue with the monitor, but they said the camera's turning off. Here's one with a 2-star review. Currently waiting to receive my 3rd unit from B&H. The first unit I received was completely unusable. I had major distortion and artifacting in every mode. The second unit I received had heavy flickering and banding at 12K, waiting to see if the third one is the charm. When it does work, it works great, but beyond my issues, have been hearing about other bugs that need to be worked out. Freezing, gyro data, stabilization not working, sound issues, etc. Banding pattern. Here's another one. This is from a community member. It says there is a horizontal banding processing error on this camera in 4K and 8K modes, some even in 12K, inconsistent noise patterns, etc. As another reviewer has said, the forums and Facebook groups have all well documented it. Blackmagic needs to address the issue. There were other reports of cameras freezing up entirely and having to be rebooted by removing the battery. Not reliable. Did y'all know this? Did y'all know B&H was having, or I guess the Pixis 12K was having a bunch of bad reviews? Oh my gosh, that's crazy. I did not catch that. I did not know that was a thing. I didn't know people were mad about this camera. That's insane. So I'm reading you guys' comments now. Trevor says, I got that second Nikon Gang ZR body today. Yet to unbox it. Fire for the second time. Didn't get to do a proper invoicing on the first go round. What? Fire the second time. Didn't get to do a proper invoicing on the first go round. What does that mean? I was never supposed to be a mass market camera. Logan, you ain't got to defend your camera to us, dog. It's all good. That's crazy. Kofi says it has 1 star. A small portion of people had banding issues on early units that Blackmagic fixed and or has replaced. Okay. Well, hopefully those people will go back and change their review because it's sitting at a 1 star right now, and that's not good. Let's see. They gave us working 12Ks. They gave the working 12K to Kofi. Yeah. Damn, Pixis 12K down bad. Bro, by those comments, that's tough. It seems to be bad apples, though, because there are others, people who, who love it. Okay. I've still yet to have problems, but if I say so, everyone screams at me. Nah, bro. Ain't nobody gonna scream at you. Your experience is your experience. I better investigate. I better win Investigator of the Year. Sadly, Nikon does not learn how to box the ZR like Reds. Bro, it's because you pay for it. Saw someone give the ZR a 1 star because they saw the sensor wobble. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like with something as monumental as the 12K, everybody was so happy about it, so excited about it. You would think that like people who do love their 12Ks would go in and start commenting. So hopefully people will do that. The Sigma BF is a specialty camera, definitely not a flop. Okay, dang. I will take your BF out of the lineup. So far, the nominees for flop of the year are Sony and Sony. Like, that's really it. We got one Sony camera, the FX2. We got another Sony camera, the RX1R3. And honestly, in that situation, I don't know which one deserves it more. I don't know. I have no idea which one deserves it more. But we can't have a nominee with, or we can't have a category with only 2 nominees. All right, let's see. What are you guys leaning toward for lenses of the year? I have seen some great things about the Typox. So I'm going to go Typox lenses. What else y'all are thinking for lenses of the year? Ooh, flop of the year, tariffs. Logan with comment of the year. ZR is in stock at B&H in case anyone is on the fence. If I could actually get a cage for mine, I would consider getting a second one. Ooh, Vespid 2s, those are good. Vespid 2s. I have the Typox on here. I have the Vespid 2s. Oh, the Hectors. Ooh, I know what I'm voting for. I don't think the Hectors are going to win because they just don't appeal to a mass audience. Ooh, the Canon 45 is a crazy value. I didn't think about photography lenses. I was just thinking cinema lenses. Yeah, the 7 Artisan, they made... Actually, dang, I need to release my video. I actually made a video on that floral bloom lens, and it's just sitting on my channel. It's because I have to figure out what I'm going to do about the thumbnail, because I had... That lens actually was sent out to me early, and that lens also got stolen. So I don't have it to make a thumbnail with anymore. So I gotta figure out what I'm gonna do about a thumbnail. But yeah, I feel like the RF 45 1.2 has to be nominated. It's Canon RF 45 millimeter. .2. Yeah, that's a really solid lens. The Lumix, ooh, 24 to 60. That's a diabolical lens too. Ah, dang, that gets tough. So maybe we do like cinema lens of the year. I think that's what we're going to have to do. We're going to have to do cinema lens of the year. And then we'll do photo lens of the year. Because I think the Canon RF 45 millimeter 1.2, while it's a very strong candidate, I think the Lumix 24 to 60 millimeter lens is like, it's a 2.8, is an amazing zoom lens for the size. Let's see. Yeah, the Lumix 24 to 60, I have to do that on there. Oh, the Sony made their own 28 to 70 2.0 lens. We'll put that in there. Sony 24 to, or 28, sorry. 28 to 70. They made their version of like Canon's golden lens. I don't think I want to put both of Sony's in there, though. I think one of Sony's is fine. So we'll do the Sony 28 to 70. And then I have the Lumix 24 to 60. And then we have the Canon RF 45 1.2. Are there any other major lenses I'm forgetting? Hybrid lens of the year, the RF 24 to 105, 2.8. It's a solid lens. Did that come out this year though, Carlos? The 24 to 105, I think it came out last year. Let's see. Canon RF 24 to 105. Release date. 24 to 105, 2.8. Looks like it came out in November of 2023. So just missed the cutoff. Just missed the cutoff. Did the Laowa 12 mil come out this year? It's almost a macro. I'm not sure. Laowa came out this year. Love that on the ZR. The Lumix 28 f8 might be worth lens of all, maybe the worst lens of all time. Oh, yeah. Sorry, I was reading that wrong. Yeah, Logan. The Lumix 28 f8 is probably one of the worst lenses of all time. Probably came out previous year. The Nisi Aris's, if it was this year. Yeah, Nisi came out their lenses this year. I haven't really seen that much coverage on their lenses. I haven't shot with them. I got a chance to kind of play around with them a little bit at NAB, but that was about it. Sigma 17 to 40. Ooh, that's a yeah, let's put that one in there. So that'll be our last one. Oh no, what was that? Sigma 300 to 600 2.8 or 300 to 600 f4? That lens was hot. If you do like sports photography and stuff, that's a good lens too. Ooh, there's a lot of good lenses this year. All right, I'm gonna go with we'll put your Sigma 17 to 40. Of course you do, Kofi. Kofi can just like tell, he can like sense the universe that there's one person out there that cares about a topic, and he's like, I'm gonna make a video about that. And then he's gonna make like 10 additional videos to go alongside that. Nobody can make videos like Kofi. Nobody. Don't even try. You gotta go do your own thing. The 28 to 135 f4 power zoom by Nikon. I love this lens, but I hope that's not the direction that Nikon's gonna go with like making cinema lenses. Because the other day somebody showed me, who was I with? Colton. Colton was showing me, he was like, Nikon like teased that they were gonna come out with their own lenses. And I don't remember that. Like, I don't know if y'all remember that, but Nikon apparently teased that they were gonna come out with their own cinema lenses. And then we got that 28 to 135 f4. And cool lens, but I'm like, yo, make some smaller, really dope lenses. So I do like the 28 to 135. I think it's really cool. It offers a lot of really cool features, especially if you use like the Red app and stuff. But man. Blazar Mantis, was that this year too or no? I don't know. That was another one of those things. Like it came out. I heard a lot of people talking about it, a lot of buzz, and then just kind of stopped. Yeah, it looks like the Blazar Mantises did come out this year. They came out in June. So, all right. So we're looking at cinema lenses. We do have room for one more, so we can put those. Blazar Mantis. Y'all still haven't helped me with flop of the year. I'm just saying. But we have camera of the year. We have photo lens of the year. We have cinema lens of the year. Flop of the year we need. Photo cameras of the year. Cinema cameras of the year. And then we still have lights of the year and accessories of the year. So I need some assistance in those categories. I need some assistance. The Nikon Cine lenses tease was was way after the 28 to 135 was launched. Was it? Because see, I didn't remember them teasing this. Kind of surprised, but yeah, I don't remember them teasing this. But hopefully this is what they're working on for, NAB next year. That'd be cool. They drop a line of like cinema lenses. Like imagine if they drop a line of like cinema zoom or even like cinema autofocusing lenses that work with reds and work with the ZR. That would be so sick. Oh, Kofi said flop of the year, the X half. Yeah, that was Cam Mackey's fun little camera. X half. I like that. Aperture 400 is great. Wish they had a 700X too. Yeah, I think the Aperture 400X definitely is going to get nominated. Flop of the year, the Sony RX1R3. Yeah, we said that one earlier. I'm definitely inclined to agree. That's 100% nominated. Accessory of the year could be the ZR Cineback if small rig had cages inside. Bro, I am so mad. Where's my ZR? It's in the other room. Y'all, let me show y'all this monstrosity I have for my ZR. Oof. So I kid y'all not. This is sort of the monstrosity that I'm currently running for my ZR. So I've got literally I've got this. This is a Condor Blue side cage piece for a Komodo, an OG Komodo. And it just had like one of these like little rotating RE locking things. And I just put this little small rig side handle on it with a Condor Blue quick release. And then I put that quick release onto this L mount right here. And so that's how I actually have like a side handle for my ZR. So that way I can actually hold this thing. And then I have the small rig little battery pack thing on the back. And this is sort of like my little mini run and gun rig, at least for right now. It gets the job done, Is it perfect? Like, definitely not perfect. But, it's balanced. It works well, especially if I'm putting a cinema lens on it. As you can see, like, it doesn't fall forward or anything. Like, it's pretty well balanced overall. But, yeah, it's a whole build. It's like a whole weird system. Like, this is not... Like, none of these parts are actually designed to actually go together like this. But, I don't know. It gets the job done. It's working for me right now. So that's all that really matters. But I definitely am hoping that small rig finally actually sends me out a real cage so I can put it into like an actual build, because this is getting ridiculous. Cam's light for light of the year. Cam's light definitely did come out this year, and Cam's light is in my camera bag at almost all times. So let's just put that in there. Cam's light. I'm going to be a little biased with that one, I'll be honest with y'all. He might get my vote just because. The Amaran Ray. Ooh, yeah, the new Amaran Ray lights look really, really good. Those do look really good. Amaran Ray. All right, any more lights that came out this year that are notable? The Mid 49 ZR cage looks okay. Oh, did they actually come out with it? I missed that. Let me see if I can find it real quick. Let's see what they cooked up. Nikon ZR. Well, it doesn't really look. I mean, it looks very functional. Like it looks incredibly functional in a production environment, but it doesn't really feel like it's built for the ZR. It just kind of looks like it's a general cage that could really work with any camera. So I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that cage. $595 is also not cheap. So yeah, I'm probably gonna hold off on that for now. 5K and crops at 4K 60. I don't know what you're talking about. When do you fellas feel like you need a monitor? Normally for me, it's just coming down to like critical sharpness, critical focus. Like when I'm pulling focus, I typically want a monitor. So like running this without a monitor is kind of tough. I would prefer like a 7-inch monitor on top, but I just have no way to actually rig it on here. So pulling focus, I like having a bigger monitor. And then I like using monitors for the tools on the monitors for things like false color or de-squeezing anamorphic, that kind of stuff. That's typically when I pick up a monitor. Accessories could be Bright Tangerine Titan Arm 2. It's better than the Mofage. I put my ZR in a Cineback rig made for the A7 III, and it worked, I'm guessing. I'm excited for the XLCS design cage for the ZR. What is that? XLCS? I haven't seen that one either. XLCS ZR cage. I have not. What is this? Camera system, Nikon ZR. Oh, dude, that looks fire. Only $199? Ooh. That looks really sick. The grip looks a little uncomfortable with it being just straight metal. But I mean, that actually looks like a pretty badass cage. I'm a little worried about the grip though. That's the only thing I'm a little nervous about, like the size of the grip and the comfort level of it. But to be rigged up constantly, bro, that's really fun. I've never even seen this company before. XLCS Designs. I don't know. Have y'all seen this company before? I've never seen this company before. Talking about the SL3S above comment for flop. Zhiyun X200 RGB just came out. Looks insane, or looks interesting, sorry. And I saw 3 cages on one of Cam Mackey's video. Of course, he has it in brass. Yeah, probably does have it in brass. For light, Nanlux Nebula versus Blair CG. I haven't done enough with the Nanlux stuff, but the Blair stuff looks amazing. The Blair stuff looks absolutely insane. Andy, what's up, brother? He says, "Hey, Brandon, how are you doing? I haven't been able to catch a stream live, but glad you guys are glad you're doing better, man. Thank you. I am doing much better. Bouncing back, you know, same old, trying to stay working, trying to stay active. But yeah, bouncing back. That's literally what I'm in. I'm in the bounce back season, so I'm here for it. Just trying to keep moving forward, not look back anymore. Never heard of it, but I knew that Best Buy is going to start carrying small rig in store sometime soon. Oh, wow. That doesn't surprise me actually that much. I'm surprised they're going with small rig, but if y'all have not been in a Best Buy in a while, like they have full-on content creator areas. I'm talking like good cameras and lenses, but then like lighting, tripod, microphones, stream decks. I mean, they are literally catering to the youth's desire to be content creators, and they are selling all of the stuff that they need in the store. Now, most of it is pretty cheap, crappy stuff like ring lights and that kind of stuff. But they have some high quality stuff in there too, like some actually good lights. So it's pretty crazy. Did the Kofi cups come out this year? Yeah, Kofi, how you not gonna promote your own Kofi cups for accessory of the year? Because his Kofi cups came out around February. I think they were supposed to come out in February, but I don't know what happened. But then we also have Brady's clamp. So yeah, we got quite a bit of good accessories. Let's see. Kofi cups. Brady's clamps. And then it's all a bunch of Condor Blue stuff. This ain't even sponsored. Condor Blue didn't even send me the Kofi cups. Cine Jaw, that's what it's called. Tribec SE also came out this year. Oh yeah, Tribec SE. All right. All right, I got a pretty good little list going on here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to continue to try to fill out the rest of this list. I need y'all to send me over as much information as you can. DM me over on Instagram if y'all come up with any other really good ideas. So far, just to give you guys an update, we have camera of the year. We also have photo lens of the year, cinema lens of the year. We have flop of the year, photo camera of the year, cinema camera of the year. We have lights of the year. We have accessories of the year. And then biggest surprises of the year. Those are in there as well. And then brand of the year. That's going to be a pretty easy one. Like to come up with the nominees. But what we are looking for now is budget camera of the year and then innovation of the year. So if you guys come up with any ideas for those, do me a favor, DM them over to me. Potato Jets tripod. Yeah, we just put that in. That's the SE. That's the Tribex SE. So that's in as the as one of the accessories of the year. Brandon is working on a step stool for short filmmakers. Well, we're going to have also another nominee. It's going to be called Hater of the Year, and that's going to go to you, Central. So I just want you to be aware of that. That's yours. That's my gift to you this year. All right. I have to run because it's about 8 o'clock here. But thank you guys so much for hanging out with me, helping me out with this. This was not very productive when it comes to building a show, but we did come up with some good nominees and stuff for Camera of the Year. So that was productive, which is good because now I don't have to come up with that before Friday. You guys helped me out with that a lot. How about Disappointment of the Year? I feel like that's the same as Flop of the Year. So I feel like Disappointment of the Year, Flop of the Year, kind of the same thing. I do like the R50 for Budget Camera of the Year. So I'll make sure I make a note of that really quick. Because I'm going to say budget is sub $1,000. Canon R50V. So yeah, so I'm gonna go with that. All right. Well, hopefully you guys enjoy the show. Thank you guys for rocking with me, hanging out with me, and enjoy the rest of you guys this evening. I will catch up with you guys next time. I'll try to do more of these live streams where I'm just kind of figuring stuff out. But if I don't talk to you guys before Friday, enjoy your Thanksgiving. Enjoy it with your family. If you're not American, enjoy just a random Thursday where the rest of America is not going to interact with you at all. But if you are in America, enjoy your Thanksgiving, enjoy your family, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out, y'all.